there is really urgent need for the high-speed networks, because what we see currently now means that we will not be ready with the gigabit connectivity for all citizens and businesses in the EU, and we also not have supporting 5G networks, standalone networks, for what would be the needs by 2030. We need to speed up the work, and that's why we think the Gigabit Infrastructure Act is one of very important responses to this need. There are two main challenges in achieving high-capacity coverage. The first one is very high cost of network deployment. The physical infrastructure where we put the cables in is extremely expensive. The second one is the slow pace of building these networks. Gigabit Infrastructure Act is a regulation. It's very much focused on making sure that on one hand, operators are not facing a lot of obstacles and bureaucratic obstacles when they want to deploy very high capacity networks. It's shortening the deadlines for giving permits, but it also gives a lot of other elements procedurally that will allow quick decision-making process. In particular, the member states will digitalize their single points of contact. So basically, the entire process will move to digital, no paperwork per se. And it also, in many cases, will assume that if the authority does not answer within this timeline, it means that the permit was granted. On the other hand, that there are measures to allow them to reduce the costs, allowing them to share, for example, infrastructure, to coordinate works, to get on good conditions access to ducts, to make sure that they lay down the infrastructure. And very importantly, we also very much recommend fiber wiring inside the buildings. We do think that GIA, Gigabit Infrastructure Act, will have huge impact on both the costs, reducing the cost of deploying networks, but also on the speed of deployment of the networks. It will basically double the kilometers that would be deployed compared with the situation without GIA. And the second very important element, it will significantly reduce the cost of the network deployment by 14.5 billion euro. It will also allow for the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, 0.7 million tons by 2030. It will have significant impact on achieving the connectivity goals of the future. So all the benefits for citizens, for consumers, for end users, for businesses.